Papa Scott coming at you. One of the videos I recorded today is blocked because of copyright issues, so I decided to do another one because that one won't be visible for a few days. And I haven't listened to an SPM song in so long, like a long time, and somebody just wrote today and said, "Oh, you should do If I Die by SPM," and I said, that's a really good point, because I haven't done any SPM music in months, it seems like. I didn't go look, but this is off of, I think, his first album, the commenter said, and the song is called If I Die. 4 minutes, 27 seconds. If you're not familiar with SPM, SPM stands for South Park Mexican. South Park is a suburb of Houston, if I'm remembering correctly. I know I got it wrong the first time I talked about it, and I got yelled at for it. Right, because it's not Dallas. It's outside Houston. And it sounds like SPM got a super raw deal. He was accused and convicted of... and I don't know what's true, right? I have no idea what's true. But it seems to me like he got a really raw deal, because even the girl who was the one who claimed he abused her later said, "No, my mom made me say it. I'm a huge SPM fan. I love his stuff." So who knows? It's another one of those he said, she said, they said sort of stupid things, and unfortunately SPM gets to have his life mostly ruined because he's still in prison until 2024, I think, is when he gets out, and then of course he'll be on a sexual offender registry and all this sort of crap, and it could all be based on a complete lie. But I don't know. If he did it, then great, you're a jerk. More than that, obviously. If you didn't do it, oh, holy cow! And he's amazing. He is. I don't care whether he did it or not. The fact that he is able to keep his head together and make music even while he's in prison, and he has released so many tracks and albums while he was on the run, while he's been in prison. It's crazy. It's really... I would not have been able to do it, and maybe it's what keeps him sane. It probably is what keeps him sane, obviously. And but let's just go. Called If I Die, like I said, from 2006, off of his first, or one of his first albums, and SPM. Like that. Beat is very simple. I like the way it sounds, and when I say simple, I don't mean that the notes of it are simple. Sort of the sound of it is very simple. Like it's not a very high quality synthesizer computer generated beat. I like the way it's being performed and what it sounds like, but it's sort of it's a little hollow because it's not made by an actual instrument, or at least I don't think it is.
Persecuted by the world, all I want is my baby girl in my arms, braided up on pretty girls. Keep the fame and the fortune, I don't need it. There's too many out there wanna see me bleeding. As I wake, I feel stuck in time. In this place, people lose their fucking mind. I see shadows in the night of demons dancing. Most penitentiaries overseen by Klansmen. Stay strong even though it's hard. Keep my head up and stay close to God. I see friends I knew back in school, they ain't the same. Covered up in tattoos, in the land of the free, I'm forever known. Look up at the sky and pretend I'm home. Dear Lord, I know you got a plan for me, but I'd rather be at home with my family. If I die, mama, don't lose your mind. Stay strong, the world don't accept my kind. I was born hate-free, always been different. It's hard to stay alive when you're brown and gifted. If I die, mama, don't lose your mind. Stay strong, the world don't accept my kind. I was born hate-free, always been different. It's hard to stay alive when you're brown and gifted.
I understand that in due time my life is gonna slide behind it.
love it. So I don't think this is him rapping on this part. Somebody, if you know, please let me know, because it sounds so different than his voice, and I really like it. It's a really good. Whoever the rapper is really good. This is also a super interesting song because it's. I mean, it's kind of funny. The stuff I was talking about when I started this video is like, this is how he kept sane and that sort of thing. This song is exactly what you would write if you were stuck in prison and had no options, and you realize that all the guards are white supremacists and I'm sure not very nice to the inmates, and especially if you have no business being there, if you are actually innocent, and even if you're not innocent, you're still going to have all these same sorts of thoughts and concerns, and if I die in here, what is my family going to do? I'd rather be with my family than anywhere else, especially here. And this is music that is really going to speak to people who are either in prison, have been in prison, might be going to prison, have family members, and so I totally understand why somebody might want to see me react to this, because it's beyond my experience, right? Completely beyond my experience. I've never spent a single day or night in jail or prison. And but that doesn't mean that I can't understand how scary and frightening and bad and worrying 24 hours a day that would have to be, because you have to always be on guard because you never know what somebody's going to get up to, and maybe they want something you have, or maybe the guard hates you, or who knows. Like, just to live on edge constantly, no thank you. I did that when my wife left me and I was freaking out and my body just was releasing all sorts of crazy drugs into my system that made me sick and cry and scream and yell, and it's messed up. So, and you can't do that very well in prison. You can't scream and yell because that wouldn't be allowed. So you have to bottle it all up, and he gets it out by doing this stuff, by writing it, by making poetry and making music and getting it out of his system. So if you want to make music because you got something to say, do it. Don't keep it inside. Make your art. Do whatever you got to do.
I'm a rambling man, a gambling man. So when this shit hits the fan, my plan is to stand as a man. My canvas is bland, painted the perfect picture, but my tears made the paint run. I need an eraser, but shit, it ain't one. The critics looking at my picture say it feels dark, but you critiquing my art, baby, it's still art. I know some people that respect me for me. I know some people that neglect me for me, and so it pans out. Now when I pass and the last of my breath has been breathed, at ease. Mama, don't cry for me. I'm watching over you. I'm still doing the same thing your son's supposed to do. So if you love me, and everything is fine. We gon' reunite in the sky in due time.
If I die, mama, don't lose your mind. Stay strong. The world don't accept my kind. I was born hate-free, always been different. It's hard to stay alive when you're brown and gifted. If I die, mama, don't lose your mind. Stay strong. The world don't accept my kind. I was born hate-free, always been different. It's hard to stay alive when you're brown and gifted. I try to tell you that these motherfuckers wanted my soul. Hate me till I'm dead and gone, but in love with my dough. As they listen to my CD, they got from somebody. I can't believe that he's saying this in custody. Doesn't he realize we got him right where we want him? I was warned by a prisoner, they'll be coming. Can you imagine life without rats that backstab the wrong to try to get where they at? I made millions, but felt I was never rich. How can greed make people be so devilish? I wrote a book entitled They Can't Stop Me. Took about 20 pins and a lot of coffee. They hit me up with some years and a small fine. It's gonna be the greatest comeback of all time, and all I got left is true fans. Cause my horoscope said that my bitch found a new man. If I die, mama, don't lose your mind. Stay strong.
So the lyrics are all right there, right? He's just telling us about his life and how shitty it is, and he's still alive and he's still making it through because he's got this outlet for it. Think about being in prison and hearing your wife or girl or whoever, your partner, doesn't matter, um, is with somebody else. Who knows if they split up before he went in or what, but again, just that betrayal, that and even if you gave her permission to, like, go on with your life, it's still gonna hurt you. It's still gonna get you. And for somebody who probably didn't have the greatest life, even up to when he got sent to prison, it's the whole, like, feelings are weaknesses. If you don't love anybody, you can't get hurt, but you gotta love people and you gotta have feelings for people, otherwise you go insane and you become evil. And he doesn't want to do that, and this is how he stays sane, and he just gets it all out of his system, and he just get rid of it, get it out.
The world don't accept my kind. I was born hate free, always been different. It's hard to stay alive when you're brown and gifted. If I die, mama, don't lose your mind. Stay strong. The world don't accept my kind. I was born hate free, always been different. It's hard to stay alive when you're brown and gifted. If I die, mama, don't lose your mind. Stay strong. The world don't accept my kind. I was born hate free, always been different. It's hard to stay alive when you're brown and gifted. If I die.
It's so weird to go back to this style of music because it's so simple. The beats and the structure and everything is just so different than the things we've been listening to lately. And obviously this isn't a super high energy song. It's not an exciting song. It's not a driving song. It's not a dance. This is a listening song. This is a song made really for him to get this stuff out of his system, and also made for people who might be in a similar sort of situation or have people who are in similar sort of situation. So all types of art, any subject matter, do it. Just like you could do anything, and it's going to speak to somebody, and it's going to be important to somebody, especially if it's well done, right? And I think his stuff is generally very, very well done, even if this song is kind of, I don't mean this in a bad way, but it's just kind of a basic song, right? Like, it has a very simple beat. It's him rapping very consistently in a very, not monotone, but a very similar style throughout. There's no verbal acrobatics. He's not doing any triple flow. He's not doing anything special, right? This is a kind of a meditative song about how crappy things can be and how you have to do what you do to survive, and how to support the people who love you, who aren't there with you, but still feel the pain and still feel like probably like you betrayed them because you are in prison and you don't mean to be there and you don't want to be there and you don't want to be away from them, but that's how the situation is. Yeah, this is, I mean, it's just a sad song. It just sucks. And to go to prison and then write a song to your mom or anybody about, like, hey, if I die, sorry, that sucks. That sucks. He's a really incredible creator. He's just really, there's a reason why there's so many people in the Hispanic Chicano community. That's the word. Jesus. There's a reason why there's so many that like him, because he's honest, and this is the experience of probably way too many people who are similar to him, and obviously not similar to him. They're black people and white people and everybody else who end up in prison, either appropriately or not. And this song is still going to speak to them because there's parts of it that are going to ring true, and it's going to be hard to listen to. So guess what? It wasn't a fun song. Tough luck. Not all songs are fun. That's not what. No, it's not what music is for. Music is not just to have fun. I like it. It's not a song I'm going to listen to over and over. I'm happy I heard it because just the more I learn about him, the more he seems like actually a really decent guy who could easily be completely concerned with himself, and yet that doesn't seem to be the case. He's concerned about the people who are not in there with him and what they're going through. And that's also pretty frickin' remarkable, right? How would you feel? Could you do this? I don't think I could. I don't think I could. I'd have to do something else. I would have to do something. I would go nuts. I would just... It's just sucks. It sucks. Pop Squad. Checking out. Please like, subscribe, and share. Really like SPM stuff. We'll find some new music tomorrow. I gotta go take off. Have a good night. Have a good weekend. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye.